The price of cognitive dissonance and delusion.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
And welcome back to the price of delusion and cognitive dissonance and the propaganda that we all fell for because of it. Episode, we ain't keeping count. So, we're gonna keep on trucking down this line of, as I've been trying to explain to my peers, as well as my elders that don't seem to want to pay attention, right? And listen, I get it. We've all fallen for the indoctrination and the propaganda that they continue, that these Zionist institutions and Zionist-backed institutions continue pushing in front of our face. And now they've conflated protecting the Democrats' new working and voting bloc, the 20 million illegals that Mama Kamala let across the border, and convincing you to pay for them, to provide and protect for them as if they're your dependents that you can't claim on your taxes at the end of the year. Yeah, but that being said, let me show you how they're conflating illegal aliens with actual immigrants, and how they're pimping and using the systems already at hand as they use your intergenerational trauma to play in your face. And everything they're doing goes against the American workers, because now what you would normally traditionally get paid in jobs are no longer worth it, because they're flooding you with, one, illegals on work visas, and you know what? Let's just watch.
Why do you have 37 H1Bs for daycare that's totally shut down? Hey, is your dad a member of the CCP?
I only can tell you everything is legal.
Is it legal to charge $20,000 for people to come in here and pay to play? We are outside of Allen Infant Care Center. Allen Infant Care used to actually be a place called Golden Acorn Academy. These two daycares actually are owned by a holdings company called Golden She Holdings LLC. They have sponsored lifetime 37 H1Bs. They have filled out 55 labor condition applications, according to USCIS. You wouldn't think that a daycare center would need market research analysts or supply chain analysts. By the way, they are still sponsoring H1Bs in 2026, and I actually ended up running into someone who told me.
How are they sponsoring H1Bs and that amount of them when they've already been found to be charging $20,000 per H1B visa to import you know what? But yeah, and mind you, the daycare center itself is closed. But you heard the loophole. All I can say is that we did everything legally, because they find legal loopholes. Just like the NAACP is now helping you dry ice, and how they're using the 14th Amendment to claim birthright citizenship, even though that was created solely for the descendants of chattel slavery. But the NAACP is backing that push, because these clown-ass house niggas is playing in your face and then trying to gaslight you to think that they're doing otherwise, because they don't want to answer to the past transgressions. Why has the NAACP been in league with the Southern Poverty Law Center for all these years? Why? Because they're paid by the same Zionists, word to AIPAC, that has been doing this shit from day one. The actual Capri Sun Zionists that created the Boule, created the NAACP, also created the Southern Poverty Law Center. They have always been playing in our face and working against us. Malcolm X warned us. Martin Luther King said, "I walked y'all into a burning building." Yet here we are.
Just how bad this one gets.
He sells visas. And no time did we need to have a business analyst earning $75,000 a year, a marketing specialist earning $50,000 a year. But I know that he has sponsored people with visas, and then he gets them to work for him for next to nothing. None of these people come from poor homes. I mean, these are people who can pay him 20 grand for their visa. Someone's paying their rent, paying their car payments, and all of that stuff. Because when they're working here, they're not earning enough. I mean, these are people who can pay him 20 grand for their visa. These are people who can pay him 20 grand for next to nothing. None of these people come from poor homes. I mean, these are people.
None of these people come from poor homes. They can pay $20,000 per visa What's the visa now? What is it, like $1,000? So they're paying $20 for it. It only costs, I think, about $1,000 for the company to get it for said migrant, right? For said, what they call this shit? The Einstein bullshit? Yeah. But mind you, we got millions of fucking... You telling me we ain't got no American workers that can work in a fucking daycare center? I thought the H1B visas was supposed to be for people that had specialized skills, like computer coders and shit, right? Wasn't this created for the whole Silicon Valley, the new gold rush? But no, they're importing daycare workers. You know what's funny? When I was in high school, normally someone within the school, you know, children always, or not children, but young kids, young adults always did the babysitting in the community. But now we're importing cheap third world labor through H1B visas to do so. But I digress.
You can pay them 20 grand for their visa. I see. Someone's paying their rent, paying their car payments and all of that stuff. Because when they're working here, they're not earning enough to pay rent. The arrangement is made in China. These are families of means, and they're using him to do it. So once they get here, he either puts them to work for cheap, or they set about trying to find work where someone will genuinely sponsor them. These young, it is mostly girls who don't seem to like the boys quite so much, because he probably can't manipulate them down. The only reason I know that he sells them, for sure, is because I have a cousin who wanted to come out and work here, and I had mentioned that, and he said, well, he can pay me $20,000 and I'll sponsor him. I absolutely not. Of course. He said, that's the government. Getting his money from somewhere, and I think he's getting it from his dad. His dad's higher than the government.
We figured, let's come here, let the...
So there you have it, right? Straight from the horse's mouth. And again, I can do this all day. And since I have time, thanks to the Capri Suns at NYU, you know, word to APAC, you know, the ones that violated myself and my coworker David Snell's rights when a patient said that they wanted us fired, so they sent us home because we were black. Or when I blew the whistle and spoke to Jose LeBrock and told him everything that Debbie Newman was doing. Like how she told a Asian coworker he couldn't have a job because his accent was too thick, and gave it to someone that has absolutely no idea what the fuck she was doing. Isn't that right, DEI Gallinaro? But yeah, this is where we're at. The liberals are playing in our face. They always have been. It's just opposite wings of the same bird. And we need to start reading the room and moving accordingly. But institutions like the Southern Poverty Law Center and the clowns over at the NAACP continue to push and protect and tell you to dry ice while they're supporting the same immigrants that we helped get elected in office, who are now drafting up legislation for reparations for illegals, as Ghana and Africa, one of the 54 nations of Africa, are now appealing to the United Nations so that they can get reparations for selling 388,000 Africans to the white man over a 400-year period. You want to check my facts? Please do, because ain't nothing I'm saying wrong or incorrect. So again, shout out to the motherfucking NAACP, the conglomeration of punks. Yes, I said it. And you know what? I'm going to continue to say it because I'm going to continue to drop receipts, because when you drop receipts, instead of people addressing it, they internalize and personalize it because they're not listening to the people. They're too busy fighting for illegals and telling everyone to dry ice, while their people who created historically these institutions are telling them that they're suffering. But they don't want to hear that because they're so sucking on the dicks of their handlers. Word to APAC. Go see who were the original funders of the Boule, of the NAACP, of the Southern Poverty Law Center, and pretty much any other quote-unquote liberal, or as they call it, socialist, democratically socialist institutions or program, and see where the money came from. And I guarantee you're going to find one common thread. Because see, Malcolm X said in 1952, when he was talking about what was going on with the Democrats in office at the time, that had 4 years to get the act together, and they took care of everybody else but us. And what did he say? It's because you're a political chump and you're a traitor to your race. Yet here we are, almost 80 years later, and we're still doing what Malcolm X warned us not to do and what Martin Luther King warned us that he walked us into. And the NAACP and all the motherfucking clowns are still working for word to AIPAC, the Capri Suns, and the Zionists who fund them. That's their daddy. Those are their handlers. That's why they have always secretly funded the opposition. You think the Southern Poverty Law Center just started giving money to the Klan? No, John Stossel did a report about this shit years ago, and nobody listened. So all you gotta do is follow the paper trail. What my niggas say? Show me the money! You follow the fucking money, and you'll find what you're looking for. And anyone that has a problem with this, I have no problem with that. But what you need to do before you come in these comments popping shit is make sure that you have accurate truth of the historical record to combat the NAACP and W.E.B. Du Bois, Madam C.J. Walker, and Adam Clayton Powell assisting Margaret Sanger with her Negro Project when her whole purpose in life was to eradicate the American Negro off the face of the earth. In fact, she was the only honorary female Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. I've shown you that before. And they knew all of this before they supported her in her push. So yes, when you hear these people talk about, oh yeah, well, you know, our past generation and our elders knew more about organizing than we did. They didn't know more about organizing. They just sold us the fuck out and took the check. And you niggas are still taking the fucking check, and you refuse to actually address, one, how you were created, and two, who you continue to do the fucking dirty work for. And that's why I say you are a conglomeration of fucking punks. Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Realize, and transparency forces accountability. Y'all keep your eyes to the stars. Keep that head on a swivel, because we're in a diabolical den of demons, aka the Viper's Pit. And if I didn't say it enough before, I'm gonna say it again. The NAACP is playing in our faces, and they're a bunch of fucking clowns. And the reason they're going through what they're going through is because they're not listening to what Black Americans are telling them. They make excuses for immigrants who disrespect us. So if the ones that came here legally are calling us dirty Black Americans and saying, you know who your father is, what you think the illegals is all over here doing? We know how much crime they commit, and I live in a sanctuary city. And as I'm getting dog walked because I stood on business and did the right thing, I had to watch them and continue to give them motherfuckers my tax dollars hand over fist, while the immigrants that are here behind the counters in the institutions that I pay taxes into for them to get free shit treat me like a second-class citizen. And I recorded every fucking minute of it because I'm tired of people being like, oh, you're just grifting, or you're... No, I'm not angry. I'm just relaying my experience, and I'm going to continue to do so until the administration comes in here and fixes this shit. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. Yeah. So, again, we in the Viper's Pit. Y'all stay dangerous out there, because I'm just getting started.
I would, in fact, make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. That's who we are. We're a nation that says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants. And when I hear colleagues talk about, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes. And those members could clearly fit here. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Care about nationalities. It's all about the personality to me.
You just said
No. I'm sorry. I can't do Americans. I need somebody with culture. I'm sorry.
Black Americans got culture. Americans got culture. You rolling.
I need somebody with some culture.
Americans don't have culture.
I got culture.
We got the culture. We are the culture.
1804. I'm the reason why you have your independence.
Wait, when you say Haiti's the reason Americans got their independence, what do you mean by that?
We set the thing. We the one that said it. 1804. We was the first free independent Caribbean country.
But what that got to do with America?
African Americans.
We said it, and then y'all followed.
Y'all said it for yourselves, not for no
We said it, and then y'all followed.
And we set the stage for y'all immigrants to come over here and profit off of America.
You're saying that.
And you're mad that we came to. y'all.
No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm telling you what black culture provided for you and your family.
Hate you niggas, let's die. Ooh! If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest.
Oh, hold on. These people are the tools of white supremacy and the systems in place. Check this out.
Happy Black History Month to everyone except the foundational Black Americans. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas, let's die. Ooh! If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest. You know what time it is. We're gonna have a party and we're gonna blow up the spot. More like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month.
So this is why I always say that the prerequisite for an immigrant to become a United States citizen is to be anti-Black American and side with the systems in place to undermine us. We don't have the same common enemy. I don't want to hear that no more. We don't.